All right, so welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to get into some really cool stuff about AI and business, especially this framework called GEAR, GESR, and the expanded version GEAR IT.
Yeah.
So this is all about how to really use AI to its fullest in your business.
Absolutely.
Really a new way to think about it. And it's based on these two documents.
Okay. Right.
So if you're someone who likes to think differently about how to run your business and how to use AI, this deep dive's for you.
It's exciting to see that people are really trying to figure this out now, and I think these documents give us a real way to actually do it.
So let's break down GEAR.
Okay.
What is the core idea here?
Well, GEAR stands for Generate, Enhance, Apply, and Refine. So it's all about approaching anything you do in your business, any process at all, with an AI-first mindset, asking the question, how can we use AI to optimize this? The documents even go so far as to say, have you geared it? Like prompting us to ask that question for everything we do.
I love that. It's like a mental checklist to use every time before you just, go about business as usual. You just stop and say, wait, have I geared this?
Exactly.
But how does that look in practice?
So imagine you're launching a new product, right?
Okay.
With GEAR, you would start by using AI to generate all the ideas and all the content. That could be anything from, the product descriptions to marketing copy, visuals, even suggesting pricing strategies.
Oh.
And then you'd move to the enhance phase where you use AI to refine all that stuff, based on what the data and customer insights tell you.
It's like having a, super powered brainstorming partner who just analyzes mountains of data in seconds.
Exactly.
And saves you a ton of time and resources.
Absolutely.
So much headache.
Yeah. And it goes even further than that.
Okay.
So the apply stage is where the AI can really take over the heavy lifting, automating things like social media posts, targeted advertising, customer service interactions.
Right.
And that frees up your human teams to focus on more strategic work.
So it's like the AI is the worker bee and the humans are the queen bees, just focusing on the big picture.
Well, I like that analogy.
I like it too.
And then finally, the refine stage is where AI helps you continuously optimize everything.
Okay.
So using AI-powered A/B testing to really fine-tune your marketing.
Oh, that's great.
Personalizing product recommendations based on what you know about your customers. It's all about constant improvement driven by the data and by AI.
So it's like working smarter, not harder, by just leveraging AI at every step of the way.
That's it.
But then we've got GEAR IT.
Right.
How is that different?
So GEAR IT just adds two more stages, integrate and transform.
Okay.
So while GEAR focuses on optimizing existing processes, GEAR IT is really about using AI to create fundamental shifts
Oh, wow.
in your business model.
Yeah.
Like even disrupting entire industry. So it's moving beyond just incremental improvements
Okay.
to really transformational growth.
So GEAR is playing the game better, but GEAR IT is changing the whole game.
That's a good way to think about it.
So GEAR is for the players and GEAR IT is for the rule makers, right?
I like it.
Yeah. That's fascinating. So when do you use each one?
Well, the documents actually compare the two, to help you decide which one's right for you.
Right.
It says that GEAR is great for training your workforce to be more AI savvy, but GEAR IT is more for leadership.
Okay.
Who are thinking about the long term.
Yeah.
It's about using AI not to just improve what you're doing, but to envision something totally new, completely new things.
So GEAR is running faster and GEAR IT is flying. That's how I think about it.
I like it.
Yeah, fascinating.
I think the examples in the documents really bring this to life.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, they talk about this real estate agency that used AI chatbots
Okay.
to handle most of their client inquiries. So then their human agents could focus on the more complex stuff.
Right.
And that resulted in a huge boost in client satisfaction and revenue.
See, and that's how AI can augment human capabilities, not replace them.
Absolutely. It's all about balance.
Yeah, using AI to do what it does best so humans can do what they do best.
What other examples stood out to you?
Well, there's this e-commerce company that used AI to optimize pricing.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they set up this AI system that just constantly analyzed competitor prices, demand, even external factors like the weather.
Wow.
And adjusted prices in real time. And that led to a huge increase in profits.
It's like having a pricing wizard just working 24/7, making sure you're one step ahead of everybody else.
Exactly.
Wow. So those are really good examples of how you can actually use GEAR in real life.
Yeah, it's not just theoretical.
Yeah, it's a toolkit.
Yeah, exactly. It's not enough to just understand the technology. We have to use it the right way in our business.
I agree.
So gear is a blueprint for success.
But it's not just about the technology.
Right.
The documents also talk about the human side of the equation, this idea of geared intelligence. What is that all about?
Well, geared intelligence is about humans and AI working together, like as partners.
Oh, wow.
Each one using their own strengths
Okay.
to achieve something greater than either one could alone.
So not about AI replacing human intelligence,
Right.
but like adding to it.
Yeah, creating the synergy
I like that.
for creativity, efficiency, and innovation.
So it's not just about using AI. It's about developing a new way of thinking,
Absolutely.
almost a cognitive model that integrates the two.
Yeah, a new way of thinking.
And the document, I think, even says that this new way of thinking can rewire our brains to be more successful with AI.
It does, yeah.
Wow. So it's not just about upgrading our businesses. It's upgrading our own operating systems.
Yeah.
This is incredible. So I think we have to explore geared intelligence more. This is really cool stuff.
Yeah, let's dive. So last time we were talking about gear and gear IT and this whole fascinating idea of geared intelligence.
Right. It's like this synergy between the human brain and AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm really curious to know how this actually plays out. Like, how do they work together in gear?
Okay.
You know, the document mentions this comparison between human intelligence and AI intelligence.
Right. So let's start with the generate stage.
Okay.
So humans, we're really good at coming up with those out-of-the-box ideas. You know, the ones that spark innovation. We bring our intuition and our creativity to the table.
Right, right.
AI, on the other hand, is really good at looking at data and finding patterns in it.
Okay.
And then it can generate ideas based on those connections.
So we're like the dreamers and AI is the organizer.
I like that.
Like it helps us organize the chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this partnership continues throughout the whole gear process.
Okay.
So like in the enhance phase, AI can help us refine our ideas based on all this data it's analyzed.
Okay.
It can tell us what's working, what's not working, what's missing.
But we still make the final decision.
Exactly. It's our judgment, our understanding of context that guides the final product.
So AI is like giving us a magnifying glass to see things better, but we still have to make the creative choices.
Exactly.
And what about the apply stage?
So in the apply stage, AI might be doing things like automating tasks and workflows,
Right.
but we're the ones that decide what those tasks should be.
So we're like the captains and AI is the first mate,
I like that.
helping us steer the ship.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then in the refined stage, AI helps us see where we can improve,
Okay.
but it's our human problem-solving skills that let us figure out what to actually do.
So again, it's like AI is this tool that's helping us
Right.
to be better.
Yeah, to be better thinkers, better decision makers.
To be better, period.
Right, exactly.
And the best part is that it applies to everything, not just business.
Yeah, anywhere you're trying to solve a problem, achieve a goal, or just make a better decision.
So it's really about being more strategic and intentional in everything we do
Yeah,
and using AI as our partner
I like that.
to help us get there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those last two stages of Gear IT, integrate and transform.
Okay.
These are the ones that take us to a whole new level, right?
Exactly. Gear IT is where we use AI to completely change how we do business.
Okay.
So integrate means making AI a part of everything we do.
Like it's just woven into how we think and operate.
Right. It becomes part of our culture.
Okay.
And then transform is where things get really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
This is where we use AI to create entirely new business models,
Like how?
like disrupt industries, maybe even shape the future of society.
Give me an example.
Well, they mentioned Netflix in the document.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they went from mailing DVDs to streaming.
Right, they changed everything.
Exactly.
And AI helped them do that.
Right. They used AI to figure out what people wanted to watch.
Wow, so they use AI to like totally reinvent themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a really good example of how AI can be a catalyst for change.
Yeah. It's not just about doing things better. It's about doing completely new things.
So how do we get to that level?
Well, we have to understand how human intelligence and artificial intelligence work together. The document actually talks about how gear thinking can actually change how our brains work.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it says our brains can actually rewire themselves based on our experiences and how we think.
So if we use gear thinking enough,
All right.
it can actually make us more adapted to an AI-driven world.
Exactly.
That's incredible. So gear is like a brain upgrade.
I like that, yeah.
So it's not just about business, it's about evolving as humans.
Right.
And speaking of evolution, the document also talks about language and how it plays a role in all of this.
Right. It says that prompts are, and I quote, the new language of creation.
Prompts? You mean like the instructions we give AI?
Yeah, exactly. Like how we communicate with AI and tell it what to do.
Okay.
The document says that mastering this is key to using AI to its fullest.
It's not just what we ask, but how we ask it.
Exactly. It's a whole new language.
And we have to learn how to speak it.
Yeah, we have to learn how to use our words to get the best results from AI.
So it's like we're shaping reality with our words.
I like that.
It's really powerful stuff, but also a little scary, right?
Well, that's a perfect transition to the last part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We've talked about how to use gear, but now let's talk about why.
Right. What are the implications of all of this for the future?
Exactly. So join us next time as we explore the bigger picture of geared thinking.
Okay, so we've made it to the final part of our deep dive into gear and gear IT.
It's been a lot to take in.
It really has, from the practical side of actually using it to the crazy idea that it can change how our brains work.
Yeah, and now I think we need to talk about the bigger implications of all of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not just about making our businesses better, it's about the future.
Right, like AI is this incredible tool, but we have to think about how it's going to be used.
Yeah, like any powerful tool, it can be used for good or bad.
Exactly, and the document talks about that too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it says that being good at AI isn't just about the technical skills.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the consequences and making sure we're using it the right way.
So it's about being responsible.
Exactly.
So we need to gear our businesses, but we also need to gear our thinking and our values.
Something like that.
It's about making sure AI is used to benefit everyone.
That's a great point, and they emphasize that in the document.
They do.
Yeah, they talk about how important human leadership is in all of this.
Okay.
Like AI can do a lot of the work, but ultimately it's humans who have to make the big decisions.
Right. Like we're the ones who decide what direction we're going in.
Exactly.
So we're not just along for the ride.
Right, we're the ones driving.
So it's not just about reacting to the changes AI brings.
Right.
It's about actively shaping the future we want to see.
And the document gives us some ideas for how to do that.
Okay, tell me more.
They talk about developing this new kind of intelligence.
Right. Geared intelligence.
Yeah, where we combine the best of human and artificial intelligence.
So being adaptable, creative, and ethical.
Exactly.
So it's not just a new business framework, it's a whole new way of thinking.
Yeah.
And it's not just about AI, it's about how we approach everything.
It's about embracing change and being curious.
And realizing that we create the future.
I like that.
We're not just waiting for it to happen.
And the document connects this to the power of language.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that before, prompts.
Exactly. The way we talk to AI shapes the results we get.
So it's not just about giving instructions, it's about our intentions and values.
Right. We have to be really careful about the language we use.
It's like we're writing the code for a new reality with our words.
That's a great way to put it.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It is, but it's also an incredible opportunity.
To create something amazing.
Exactly.
I mean, are we even ready for this?
Well, the document says that gear thinking helps us be more adaptable and always learning.
Okay.
So we don't have to have all the answers right now.
We can figure it out as we go.
Right. It's about being open to the unknown.
And not being afraid of it.
Exactly. It's about seeing it as an adventure.
This is so inspiring.
It is. It reminds me of something they said in the document.
What's that?
The question isn't, will AI change the world?
The question is, who will have the intelligence to lead in an AI-driven world?
Exactly. And they say it'll be the people who are geared up for it.
The ones who are ready to embrace the change.
And AI is not the enemy, it's an opportunity.
For humans to evolve.
Yeah, to redefine what it means to be intelligent and creative, and even what it means to be human.
This has been such an incredible conversation.
I agree.
We started with a simple business framework.
Right.
And ended up talking about the fate of humanity.
But that's what it's all about.
We're at this turning point, and the choices we make now will determine the future.
So we have to make good choices.
Bold choices.
And choose to build a future where AI and humans can both thrive.
So if you want to be part of shaping that future, definitely check out these documents.
Yeah, they're really thought-provoking.
The first one is Gear the AI Formula for Business Mastery.pdf.
And the second is Notebook LM Gear Thinking Cognitive Model Document.pdf.
They'll really get you thinking about how to use AI in a whole new way.
It's a new era.
It is, and we're all in this together, so stay curious, stay engaged, and stay geared up for the future.